In the previous video, we learned how to return the JSON response using our students API endpoint. However, it was a static data. In this video, let's try and return the dynamic data from the database. Okay, so for that, we first need to create the model, right? So let's go back to our code. And here it is clearly saying that you have 18 unapplied migrations. So this means we need to run the migrate command. And let's first run the migrate command and create the default database tables. All right. And after that, we'll also create super user, and then we'll start creating the student model. All right. So first of all, let's say Python manage.py migrate. Okay, so this is to create the default database table for our application. So the tables that will be created after running this migrate command will be admin auth content types sessions. Okay, so let's run the migrate. Okay, so here you can see we have all the tables created. Let's actually go ahead and create one super user. Python manage.py create super user. Okay, so username, I'll give my email address, my password. All right, the super user is created now. So let me clear this terminal. So let me go to the admin panel. So right now in my admin panel, there is no models at all, right? So these are the default models. So this is the one that we have created right now, which is the super user. Okay, so we need to bring, or we need to fetch the students data, right? So for that, we'll create one model inside the students app. Okay, so let's go to the models.py. Here I'll say class student, say models.model. So for this student, he will have student ID, which is equal to models.char field. See, you can either use integer field or char field. Okay, so I want to go with this very simple char field, and max length will be 10. Okay, and next we'll have name models dot, again the char field, max length is equal to 50, and then we'll say branch is equal to models dot char field, max length is equal to 20. Okay, so this is a very simple student model, so nothing much complex in it. Let me define a str method, which is a string representation of this student model. So I'll pass self, return self dot name. Okay, save it. And next thing you need to do is you need to first make the migrations, right? Python manage.py make migrations. All right, one create model, and let's migrate it. Migrate. Okay, now at this point, if you run the server, you will not see anything here, right? Because we need to register that inside our students app and admin.py. Let's first bring in this student model, which comes from .models import student. Okay, so these are all the basic things that you have learned in the Django basics course, right? So there is nothing about the REST framework here. Okay, so let's say admin.site.register student. Perfect. Now if you refresh this, you will see the students here. Let's quickly create one or two data, okay, so that we create the data from here and we will fetch it using this API endpoint. All right, so let's create a student ID. Let's say S001. My name will be Ratan Kumar. and I'm a computer science student. Computer science. Next, let's save and add another. Let's say S002. I'll add John Doe, and branch will be electronics. Electronics and communication. Okay, you know what? We cannot add much characters here because in the model we did only 20, right? So I'm sorry for that. You can increase it. Okay, don't worry. We will increase it like this. I'll add 50. Python manage. Whenever you make any changes to your model, then you'll have to run make migrations and then migrate. Okay, when you run make migrations, you see alter field branch on student, right? We have altered this field, right? So that's why it is saying this one. All right, then you should do a migrate. Okay, so applying migration. Okay, perfect. Now at this point I can actually assign electronics and communication to this John Doe, but first I need to refresh, and then I'll say S002 and say John Doe, and then electronics and communication. Okay, yes. Okay, save. All right, so in our database we have two data now. Okay, one is John Doe and another one is Ratan Kumar. All right, so in the next video we will see how we can fetch this data using the REST API, right? So this one we have fetched here. This is static data, right? We want this dynamic data to be here. Okay, so we'll see that in the next one.